Obviously, injuries could change this, but is IKF a guy that the plan would be he's playing 25-plus games at 3 different positions?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more, because there's always going to be...
shortstop is the one of the 3 that you think you might not play a ton at.
Well, shortstop, there's going to be 10 or 15 games there, I believe, because you want to keep Trevor Story healthy. And I think
once a week.
Yeah, once a week early on. And then what he does is he makes you sleep well at night, knowing that if somebody goes down there, maybe it's a 15-day IL. If it's long-term, we make other adjustments, right? But if it's a short-term IL stint, he can go in at second. He can go in at shortstop and defensively keep you in the ball game, right? Offensively, maybe add you a little something, but he's a true utility role. When they signed him, everybody was losing their mind thinking this is the option. It was never the option. There was always one more move to make, but he's a utility guy, like a glove-first utility guy, and you haven't had that in a long, long time.
He's also a guy who, like Rob Refsnyder, has been through a lot. Yeah. Is a guy who's a character guy, a clubhouse guy, a good veteran presence. So even if he's not on the field, much like Rob Refsnyder, right? We talked last year, say his name again, Bregman and Story were your guys on the field, but Refsnyder was the guy sitting in the dugout who maybe could pass on a message or two. IKF's that kind of guy.
Not easy to do either. Like to have a guy who's been around this league, but a role player who only plays sparingly, to actually be a voice and be a leader on a team. Refsnyder, was no question, grew into that. Like when he first showed up, he was a journeyman trying to figure things out. He grew into that. IKF comes in already with that, right? So his experience around the game, I know people in Toronto absolutely love this guy. They love the leadership quality, so he's a nice addition.
Credited Brock Holt, who they played, played alongside in Texas, as a guy who really taught him about the preparation, the process. Like it's one thing to say, okay, I'll play everywhere. It's another thing to, in August, still be working and being ready to play any one of those positions. Holt did it well. He said that's where he learned it from.
Well, given what this team's failures were last year, to have a guy that come in here, accept the utility role, which is different, right? He started early in his career. He signs with the Pirates as an everyday player in Pittsburgh, but he's not going to be in a contending team. And for one of his goals is to win the Gold Glove as a utility player, I think speaks a lot about the change in mindset of what this team is trying to accomplish this year. They got to catch the baseball.